In this lecture, we'll actually see how we can move an image itself or drag an image itself to the drop zone. So here you can see that we have two divs, each containing one image. This one I've provided an ID called img.html, and the other one is having the ID img.drop. Now here we have draggable set to true, and this one is set to false. So what we are trying to say over here is this location or this image is draggable, and this is the drop zone where you can drop it. This is the status message, so the paragraph will show what activity is being performed. Now here we have the usual DND supported, and here we have taken dragging element which will store the current image, and this is the collection, exactly what payload was in earlier example. And these are the two styles that we have defined, and you'll see when we are dragging over, then this hover style will take place. And there you go, we have our detect drag and drop functionality. Then we have the init method, which is executed when the page loads, and here you can see that for image HTML we have the handle drag start, and for the drop zone we have these events capture, drag and over, enter, leave and drop. Now here with drag start you can see that we are storing the current image or the current image to this variable dragging element, and here we are passing the ID of it to the collection, and the ID is img.html, and it's returning me HTML5. So that message will be shown over here when the drag will start. And then we have done one small thing here called set drag image. So when you will be actually dragging that particular image, you'll see the image being dragged. So let me show you what exactly I mean. So here you can see that when I'm dragging the image, you can see that the image is being dragged. So this is what we are doing when we are calling event.dataTransfer.setDragImage, and then we are passing the dragging element, and here we are setting the height and width of it. Next, in the drag over, we're simply keeping it exactly same as it was earlier, and then we have the handle drop. Now here this is the code which is doing the magic of transferring the image. So what we are doing is we have created an object over here, and we've set the image property of that object to the image drop. Now image drop is this image, one with the download icon, and then the src of this holding object is set to the holding.img.src. So in short, I'm simply setting this src images drop zone.png to this variable holding.src, and then for this img attribute I'm setting the src to the img.html.src, which is the src of this image tag, and that will be images/html5.png. So here we have the image source changed to img.html. You can see that earlier this image drop was referring to this holding.image. So what we are doing now is we are setting this particular image drops src to image.html.src, and finally we are setting the img.html.src to this img's src which we had over here, holding.src. So in a way we are just swapping it around. We can even leave it, but that will give a wrong impression that one thing has disappeared altogether from the page. So let's save this now and run it. Here you can see the usual handle drag end, handle drag over, handle drag enter, and handle drag leave. Handle drag leave, you can see that the styling of the border is set to normal. On drag enter we are setting hover border style. Similarly on drag over also we are setting the border style to hover. Now let's run this one. So as soon as I will start dragging, you will see that it says drag start HTML, and then here when I'm hovering onto the drop zone you can see there is a border coming up, and You can also see the small image which is being dropped over on the drop zone, and when I leave this, you'll see that the image has been changed. So if I just show you the inspect element of it, you can see that the image drop ID is now having the HTML5 PNG, whereas the image HTML ID is having this source drop zone. So that's how we do drag and drop in HTML5.